Hello and welcome to an album a day, day 99. Before I get into today's album, first of all, thank you all for watching these videos, for all your likes and shares and all that. That's been really cool. Been loving the stories of people's experiences with these albums or even these artists. But before I get into all that, I want to point out there was a delay in posting some of the YouTube videos. I did not realize that I must have accidentally set the video upload to private off of my phone. I'm sorry about that. I didn't realize I had done that. I'm like, why are no one watching these videos all of a sudden? Well, that would be why, because they couldn't. So anyway, yesterday, I think it was, I realized that, and I went and set those all to public. So there's probably 3 or 4 days backlog for you there. And I will try and pay better attention to that. I will take responsibility because there's no one else here. Yeah. So today's album sits on my shelf. I love this album, one of my favorites. I know I say that a lot, but I only bought my favorites. That are available on vinyl. I have a lot of albums that I absolutely love that never got a vinyl release, so there's that. But this one sits on my shelf between Debbie Gibson and Gillan Glover's Accidentally on Purpose, which I haven't gotten to yet. Spoiler alert. But we're talking, of course, about my wonderfully favorite, one of my favorite singers, solo artists' efforts, Ian Gillan, Glory Road. Love, love, love this album. I love the simple color, like that red and black. There's little red inflections all over the place, which is cool. It's not like just a solid red logo on solid black. Looks like it was painted, you know, with a brush. Has that stroke look to it. Really very cool. I specifically went out of my way on this one to make sure that I got an original pressing. And this, of course, came out in 1980. And here it is on Virgin Records. Ian would go on to have quite a relationship with Virgin Records, especially when it comes to Black Sabbath Born Again. But in any case, yeah, absolutely love this. The cover, I don't like the red color picture so much on this. I mean, it goes with the theme, obviously, but I don't know. That picture's always been a little bit haunting to me, kind of like a ska band or something a ska band would do. But there are some absolutely killer tracks on this album. I think this is a generic sleeve, but let me double check. I always think that, and then I'm like, oh, look, there's an actual sleeve, because I don't really go inside of these too much. Oh, look, there's an actual sleeve. There you go. So on the front now we have better pictures of people. We have some live shots of them too, as well as lyrics, which is always nice. This is in pretty good shape, except for that little dangly string right there. But apart from that, and maybe a couple of little tiny stains in the corner, I don't know if you can see that, but apart from that, really good shape, nice and solid, good thick paper too. I always like when they use a little bit thicker of a stock for that. But we've got some just, I mean, this album is killer. Unchain Your Brain, killer opening for a rock album. Are You Sure? Great song to sing along to. Time and Again, really nice ballad. Good to break up the energy there. No Easy Way, great song, anti-suicide song. Sleeping on the Job. I love the riff to that song. Gillan's riffs on a lot of songs tended to be very intricate. Which always makes them interesting. And I think, man, you have to be really good players to not only write, but to perform these on a constant basis. And the Gillan band played a lot, from what I understand. Side 2 opens with one of my favorite Gillan tracks. It also closes with one of my favorite Gillan tracks. On the Rocks is the opener. If You Believe Me, a little bluesy, but good song. And then Runnin' Whiteface City Boy, just pure energy. And one of my favorite Gillan tracks, probably the most patient Gillan track. It ends with the song Nervous. Man, that just everything on this album I absolutely love. I remember getting into it one summer, and I remember we went to Cedar Point that summer, which is an Ohio amusement park in Sandusky. And I remember just listening to this album all the way back, and we stopped at my grandparents' house on the way back, which was kind of late. I don't know why we did that, but I remember like being right in the middle of Are You Sure? When we pulled into the driveway. I'm like, can we just listen to the rest of the song? Because I really don't want to stop in the middle of it. But we didn't. I had to stop and go see my grandparents, which were lovely people. But in any case, Gillan, Glory Road, absolutely fantastic album, guys. Check this one out if you want some great rock and roll. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Cheers.